G'day, it's fugitive Australian journalist Shane Dowling from the website and YouTube channel Kangaroo Court of Australia. Now, just by shining a light on who's funding our politicians helps us take back democracy in Australia. And as a bonus, billionaires like Gina Rinehart and Rupert Murdoch won't be happy. And I came across this idea because ABC, Channel 9, Sydney Morning Herald and News Corp have been using terms like Climate 200 backed independence and Climate 200 funded independent, or TEALs, trying to imply they're controlled by Simon Holmes, a court, or they're not independent. Now, community independent Zoe Stegel raised this fact on the Insiders program on the ABC on the 15th of May, and I'll show you that video now.
Well, look, we've sort of been grouped together by the media. You know, you are repeatedly referring through who we're backed by. And I should note that at no point do we refer to the Liberal Party as being backed by Gina Rinehart or who the funding they come from. So even when the ABC refers to independence as Climate 200 backed independence, that's inappropriate if it's not going to be matched with other candidates.
I just say there is coordination, though, in some of the campaigning that's done.
But again, this is what we're talking about. We have made sure that the model of how you can campaign is available to all. We've paid it forward when it comes, and it's through work of like the Community Independent Project, holding publicly available conferences and forums to help communities in all over Australia. If they are dissatisfied with their local representation, how can they do it better?
I take that.
Now, I'll give you some examples in the Sydney Morning Herald, then on News Corp. Now, the Sydney Morning Herald published an article on the 5th of May, Teals fight to hang on as races tighten around the country. And it starts off, Climate 200 backed independence. We're also looking threatening in Labor-held seats of Fremantle and Western Australia and Bean in the ACT. And it goes on to say, Climate 200 backed independent, Deb Leonard, said she expected Audred would be elected in Monash, but argued the fact that the race was close was an achievement in itself after a three-cornered contest with Labor. Now, on the 13th of May, the Sydney Morning Herald gave updates for all the seats, and in Flinders it said, this Victorian seat, held by the Liberals for more than 4 decades, most recently by MP Zoe McKenzie, is facing a challenge from the Labor candidate, Sarah Race, and Climate 200 funded independent Ben Smith. Notice when they're talking about the Liberal candidates or the Labor candidates, they say nothing. But when they're talking about the community independent, they talk about the Climate 200 backed or funded candidates. And as Zoe Stegel said in the Insiders interview, what do they call it? The Gina Rinehart sponsored Liberal Party candidate or Rupert Murdoch promoted Liberal Party candidate. And you can make up your own names for Labor Party. This video is about trying to come up with names for all candidates, for all the political parties, especially when they're puppets for billionaires like Gina Rinehart and Rupert Murdoch. Now, I'll put a graph up on the screen from a News Corp article on the 21st of May. And in that article, you can see they've got colours for all the different candidates or different MPs actually who have been voted in. You've got the Labor Party in red. They've got 93 seats in the federal parliament. Then you've got the blue, 28 for the Liberal Party, green for the Nationals. Then they got teal, 6 seats. Then they've got independent, 5. Why are they using teal? What relevance is that? They're independents, they're community independents. That 6 teal should be added together with the 5 other independents. How are they deciding who's teal and who's not? It's the fact that Climate 200 donated to those 5 or 6 teals. And if they're going to do that, why do they call the Liberal Party the Gina Rinehart sponsored Liberal Party or the Gina Rinehart sponsored National Party or the Rupert Murdoch sponsored Liberal Party or National Party? Because it's controlled by Rupert Murdoch News Corp. Now, I did a poll on Twitter on the 9th of May, and I'll put that poll up on screen now. And I said, I've decided to change the name of the Liberal Party. Some options are Gina Rinehart's Liberal Party, the Gina Rinehart-sponsored Liberal Party, the Rupert Murdoch-promoted Liberal Party. And down for the voting, I abbreviated them. And Gina Rinehart's Liberal Party got 59% of the vote. Now, you can add names for the other political parties, the Labor Party, the National Party, in the comment section below. And we'll start driving this forward. Because they call the teals the Climate 200 backed teals or community independents in an attempt to tell their supporters to attack these people on social media is one of the reasons they do it. And in general, I don't disagree. I disagree in the fact that they're only doing it for the community independents. Why they don't do that for the Liberal Party and the National Party and the Labor Party? Because they know they'll start a war and they'll expose with all voters out there what's really happening. If every time we do a post on social media, we call it the Gina Rinehart promoted Liberal Party or sponsored Liberal Party, or the Rupert Murdoch sponsored Liberal Party or National Party, and we come up with names for the Labor Party as well, they'll be starting a war. They just do it against the Teals, the community independents. That's it. Now, I'll have an article on the Kangaroo Court of Australia website on Thursday, the 22nd of May. They'll have further information in there and with links. So make sure you visit the Kangaroo Court of Australia website and read that article. So we can start taking back control of our democracy by just talking the truth. So help shine a light on who's funding our politicians, and share this video on social media. And I'm an independent journalist, and I'm 100% crowdfunded from viewers like yourself. So please support my Patreon account or PayPal account. You can donate any amount, $3, $5, $10, $15, $20, $30, $40, $50 a month, whatever suits your budget. All helps out in a big way. And the link for the Patreon account and PayPal account are below this video on YouTube and also on my website, where you can make one-off donations and other donation options on the donations page on my website. Other than that, thank you for your time and have a good day.